All right, welcome to another episode of Setting the Score by Rexona Season 2, your go-to sports show where we debate the most important topics in NBA basketball. Every week, expect the hottest takes presented by new Rexona Ice Cool, now in anti-stain technology. Well, the dust has settled and now familiar foes remain in contention for the NBA Finals. So today we will discuss Warriors versus Cavs. Who will win the NBA Championship? Today's debate is extra special because we will have not one, not two, but four guest analysts defending their sides as Team Warriors and Team Cavs. You too can join the conversation and send us your comments by using the official hashtag #TheScoreByRexona. And for our 7th episode, we have a rematch between our two fiery debaters last week. We've got sports hosts and anchors Anton Rojas and Martin Javier, but today they will be joined by reinforcements. Their fellow sports anchor Bea Diaz and radio jock / basketball fanatic, and she had a past life in my life too, DJ Susie. It's coming. But for today's discussion, debating for Team Warriors is Anton and Bea, habang sa Team Cavs naman sina Martin at DJ Susie. So let's get to it, guys. These two teams have faced each other before. They're both coming off a very tough conference finals series, respectively. Both stretch a Game 7. Now, let's hear your opening arguments kung bakit magwawagi ang team ninyo ngayong finals. Start with you, Anton and Bea.
TJ, hindi na tayo nagulat sa nangyari sa game number 2. What the world expected to happen, happened. Tinambakan ng Golden State Warriors ang Cleveland Cavaliers. Pero sa game number 1, nagkaroon sana ang tsansa ng Cleveland Cavaliers na baguhin ang ihip ng hangin sa seryeng ito. Pero ang maliit na tsansang yon ay nawala na parang bula. The win was handed to the Cavaliers on a silver platter, but guess what? They did not eat the meal.
Oh, wow!
Blame it!
See what you did there!
Blame it on the referees for changing the charge to a block. Blame it on George Hill for choking at the free throw line. Blame it on J.R. Smith for committing the biggest mental lapse in the history of the NBA Finals. But why not blame LeBron James?
Ooh.
Didn't he have a chance to take the last shot with 8 seconds to go?
Okay.
He did.
Yeah.
Why didn't he? Why did he shy away from taking the last shot? Oh, alam ko naka 51 points siya. Oh, alam ko naka 8 rebounds siya. Oh, alam ko naka 8 assists siya. Pero pare naman, he's 6'8", 250 pounds, at ang nakabantay sa kanya, isang lampayatot na Stephen Curry. Hindi ba niya kayang sagasaan yon? Kobe would have taken the last shot, and you can be damn sure that Michael Jordan would have taken the last shot as well. LeBron, the king, does not have the Mamba mentality of Kobe. He does not have the killer instinct of Michael Jordan, and that is why the Cleveland Cavaliers will not beat the Golden State Warriors in this NBA Finals. Bea Diaz has more.
Oh, buti may oras pa si Bea.
Oo nga, very...
Kala ko yun eh!
Meron pa.
Okay.
So, if Anton told you guys why the Cavs won't beat the Warriors, I'm gonna tell you why the Warriors will be the NBA champions this 2018. So first of all, the Golden State Warriors have the best backcourt in the NBA. I'm talking about the Splash Brothers, Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. So first of all, Stephen Curry, he's the best shooter in NBA history. So in the past 5 years, he's actually led the league in 3-point field goals made in the past 5 years. And to add to that, not just a lot of his career 3-point field goal career made points, he also broke the NBA Finals record just earlier today in the Game 2 of the Finals. He made 9 3-point field goals, surpassing. Oh, but then that's still 9 out of 17. And that's still more than 50% from the field, that's right. And he actually surpassed Ray Allen. To add to that, the picture-perfect form of Klay Thompson. He's the best 2-guard in the NBA.
Took Steph 20 games though, but okay.
Yeah, but then to add to that still, Anton, you know, add to the backcourt firepower, we have Kevin Durant, the 4-time NBA scoring champion. At hindi lang sila opensa, may depensa din sila dahil we have Draymond Green, who is the reigning defensive player of the year. And to top things off, TJ, actually, the Golden State Warriors is the only NBA champion with 4 current All-Stars who are aged 30 and below. And the babyface Stephen Curry is actually the eldest at 30.
It doesn't matter in the finals.
Yes, it
doesn't matter.
And before you say Boston Celtics, Rondo was only an all-star 2010, 2008 po sila nag-champion. So Bea's right that they're the only NBA team in history na defending champion na may 4 na current all-stars. Good job, partner.
Yeah.
Okay,
Bea,
pero next time sabihin ko lang hindi na relevant yung age ha dahil may natatamaan dito.
Irrelevant yun.
Jay!
Lipat naman tayo sa kabilang panig.
Okay.
Para naman sa Team Cavs, meron pang buhay ang team. Sabi nga nila kanina, the series ain't over. The Warriors held serve. Now it's a chance for the Cavs to hold serve in their home court. Martin, Suzy, why do you think the Cavs still have a chance to win this all?
Pare, teka lang. Suzy muna.
Ito
Wait lang, okay yan. Good.
Bea, all great
Okay.
points, but I have just one name to tell you to throw you off. Sino yan? LeBron James! Takot ka, no? You know, people are calling this one of the biggest mismatches in finals history. And maybe that's true, you know, if you put both teams side by side, column by column, and i-compare mo player by player, wala talaga. Sige, wala. That's because you cannot contain LeBron James in one column or one row. He has all the Infinity Stones and he is not afraid to snap his fingers. Ganon siya kalala, siya ang Thanos ng NBA. Is there anyone that would disagree?
Nope.
Wala talaga. Kahit ito si Anton, ingay-ingay, di maka-disagree. If you think about it,
Avengers
you
naman
know,
ang Warriors.
okay, this same lineup, if you stack them up against all the teams in the East sa playoffs, they wouldn't match up against them either. But they defied the odds. Why? Because of Thanos tuloy. Because of LeBron. Because they have LeBron on that lineup. He cancels everything out. He is that good. 51, 8-8 in game 1. It still wasn't enough, but it wasn't his fault. Sobra ka naman, Anton.
Come on, it was his fault.
JR, I'm looking at you.
Although,
He could have taken the last shot. He should have. Sayang. Sobrang
Okay,
sayang.
sige. LeBron is just one person in his team. Siya yung bumubuhat. Sabihin mo, hindi nila kaya. Pero paano sila nanalo sa Eastern Conference? If you just keep counting them out, ako, honestly, I'm one of the people who said, wala na sila sa second round. And they just keep proving me wrong. That is how good LeBron is.
Because it's the East.
that's right. And to add to that, Anton, 29th defensive efficiency in the regular season. Ahead lang sa Phoenix Suns.
What the hell
The
does that
worst
even
team
mean?
in the league.
Even the NBA!
So,
Congrats on the #1 draft pick, by
you
the way.
carry a trash team against the Indiana Pacers, against the #1 seed, the Toronto Raptors, against the Boston Celtics.
Napilay!
Pilay na pilay, pero ang talino ng coach nila. Na-outsmart pa rin niya yun. Why? And to add to that point, LeBron James has been defying the odds this season. Not only that, but not only because he's the most dominant player in the game right now, but because he has the best understanding of the game.
Yes,
And I
agreed.
say that because you were pointing out why he did not take the last shot, because he trusted his teammates.
And
He
what
opted-
happened?
Hey,
What happened?
Well, George Hill, man.
That's why you don't trust
No,
anybody
he-
but yourself. You're the
he-
best
he
player in the world.
opted for the
You
better
take
shot.
the last shot.
He opted for the better shot.
The better shot. Ano nangyari?
You're forgetting the two
Children!
buzzer. Yeah.
Wait!
Wait. You're forgetting about the two buzzer beaters he had this playoffs.
My
One against the
goodness.
Toronto Raptors.
Against the Eastern Conference.
Nope.
Pare, extinct na yung Toronto Raptors.
Regardless
Mag-move on
though.
ka na.
Regardless though.
Tapos na yung
Against
Jurassic
the
era.
Boston Celtics, nakita mo yung, I think that was game 5, how he buried the Boston Celtics with 2 3-pointers at the
Yes.
end. He has the best
Boston.
understanding of the game right now. And what does that mean? Yung ibang players nagtitraining lang for repetitions, para lang to get better with their shot. LeBron James, meron na siya nun eh. Siya, alam niya kung kailan niya iti-take yung shots, anong shots yung iti-take, at kailan niya imi-make yung mga shots na yun. Ganun siya kagaling. I think that's what carried the Cleveland Cavaliers team all the way to the finals this year. And to add to that also, LeBron James this year, talagang 34-9-9 in the playoffs. You put that Herculean 51-8-8, and you let the Cavaliers hang around, probably until the fourth quarter. The Golden State Warriors are in a very dangerous situation.
Yes, I agree. He
Okay.
is already the best player in the league, and he is also having the best postseason of his career.
That's right.
People are also saying, some experts are also saying that he is having the best postseason of any basketball player in history. That is ridiculous.
Ganun siya
At
kagaling,
medyo
kailangan
matanda
lang
na
niya
rin
ng
siya.
isang player gumawa sa team niya, mananalo na sila. Ganun.
But let's set the record straight that we're not talking about just one person.
That's
We're
right.
talking about the whole team, and he can't be able to bring up his whole team and manage to win 4 straight games or win 4 games in this series to be able to win the championship.
But he's done it
Ayan.
though.
Okay guys,
He's
teka
done
lang,
it so
time
many
out. Dito pa ako.
times. Ay, oo nga pala.
Okay.
TJ,
Hey, TJ.
basta. Nandiyan ka
Okay,
pala.
which brings us to point number 2. Okay, it's your chance now to squash your opponent. And you've defended your sides very well. Anton, medyo dito ka na nagsimula in terms of why you think they won't win. Pero Anton and Bea, simulan niyo na. Get deeper to this. Why do you think the Cavs will not beat the Warriors? And since naubos mo na yung Anton yung because LeBron's not gonna take the last shot. What else? Let's add to this. What else is lacking in the Cavs? Why they will not have a chance to win 4 games against the Warriors?
I think one of them, Anton, is that the only playmaker in the Cavs is LeBron James. He's the only playmaker and he's the only go-to guy. So how will he be able to
He's enough though.
create for his play,
He's enough,
create
hindi
for his
ka nanalo
teammates, and also shoot the basketball?
Hindi nga nanalo. What are you saying, bro?
Ayan, kailangan himasin si
You're an 18-man deep roster. You have 3
Ganun lang
referees
partner
on your
ko.
team.
Guys, may tubig ba tayo para kay Anton?
Okay.
Busan nyo nga!
Teka lang ha. Pinagmamalaki mo ang Indiana Pacers. Mga nasa crib pa yung mga players na yun.
Grabe na.
Pinagmamalaki mo yung Toronto Raptors. Sinabi ko na sa'yo, na-extinct na yun. Tapos na ang Jurassic at Triassic period. Pinagmamalaki mo ang Boston Celtics na wala ang kanilang top 2 players, Kyrie Irving at Gordon Hayward. Di ba iniwan ni Kyrie si LeBron? Kahit nag-average siya ng 25 point-something points per game last year? Bakit niya iniwan si LeBron? Ayaw niya makalaro si LeBron.
Mind you,
Because
Boston
LeBron
won twice against Golden State
LeBron
this year.
Good point.
does not want to take the last shot. Kyrie was taking those last shots when he was with Cleveland. Ito lang sabihin ko sa inyo, Suzy at Marts. Mula nung dumating si Kevin Durant sa Golden State, ang record niya against Cleveland and LeBron, 9-2.
Okay.
Ang laki ng pagkakaiba, pare. 7-0 at the Oracle Arena, 2-2 at Quicken Loans. Average margin of victory, 15.1. It's not even close. So, what chances are you talking about? Ano ang sinasabi mong it's enough? Bro, napakalayo ng agwat.
Okay. Okay na ba yan?
Okay,
Teka na si
sige.
Bea, may sinasabi ka
Ay,
eh.
kaya ba?
Go, Bea.
Salita si Bea.
Bea, go.
At nawala pa si Kyrie Irving, the #1 playmaker supposedly for the Cavaliers. And if you make LeBron James play all the positions from 1 to 5, he just plainly cannot do it all. And if you're going up against a team like the Golden State Warriors that plays like a well-oiled machine, they have brilliant passing, they have the really great off-ball movement against the Cavaliers that always go one-on-one, and he just kicks it out to
Yeah,
Clarkson, who
watch
doesn't
the
make the
Houston
shot
series.
in the corner.
Kami na TJ.
So how do
Okay.
you go up against a team like that?
Okay.
Okay, kami
Let's
na?
swing to the other side. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Let's swing
Okay.
to the other side.
Ikaw muna,
Suzy,
partner.
Martin.
Okay, go.
Okay.
As good as they are, and I really would love to hear what you have to say, as good as they are, as good as the Warriors are on paper and how they played this year, why do you think they do not have enough to win 2 more games and become the champions of 2018?
Okay. If they're so good, right? So good! 4 All-Stars in a team, youngest team in the NBA Finals. This is actually their worst year with Steve Kerr. First time they didn't reach 60 wins. First time they're not the #1 seed in the Western Conference. And first time, in my opinion, or probably second time. First time was 2016 when they got exposed by OKC and LeBron. Second time, okay, they got exposed by a team that is Houston Rockets that was up in that series and that stretched out 7 games. The Golden State Warriors needed the Houston Rockets to miss 27, right? 3-point attempts. And without
Parang
Chris
George Hill
Paul.
lang nag-choke.
No, though. Pero, yun
Wala
nga,
sa
27
Houston.
3-point stretch. Kahit na, walang Chris Paul nun. They needed Chris Paul to
Yeah.
go down to be able to beat that Houston team. Now, I say, TJ, they're a very shaky and vulnerable team right now. This is reminiscent of their year in 2016. They went 73-9 in the regular season. Gumagapang na sila, pagod na sila until the regular season ended. And then in the playoffs, it manifested that they were a very tired team. Down 3-1 against OKC, they defied the odds. Yes, they beat OKC to go to the finals. They were
Thank
up.
you.
They went 3-1 against the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I'm gonna thank him again, Anton.
And then the Cavs beat them. First team to defy the odds and
Ever in league
ever.
history.
Bogut got injured,
73
Draymond
and
got
9.
suspended.
73
Don't
and
forget
9.
the facts, boy.
And you get the feeling that that's the vibe in the Golden State Warriors locker room right now. Because in the middle of the season, narinig ko yung mga players nila, they're tired, papuntang All-Star break, they just want to go on a break, and I don't think hindi nag-mellow down yon. I think ganun pa rin yung vibe nila. Why? In the Houston series, okay, they were very good in the first... part yan. First and second round, they were very good. Pagdating sa Houston Rockets, nawawala yung identity na. You told us that they're a very good team. They play team basketball, but they played a lot of one-on-ones. And that cost them in the Houston series. And they continue to lose their identity in the Cleveland series here. Game number 1, case in point. Game number 2, up until the third quarter, they were the overwhelming favorites. Dapat tatambakan talaga nila yan. Pero bakit nakahang around ng Cleveland doon? Because they're a very shaky team and a very vulnerable one. And that's what LeBron James is gonna exploit in this finals. That's how they're gonna beat the Golden State Warriors this year.
Very
Susie.
well said. Yeah, you keep saying that LeBron can't do it, LeBron can't do it, LeBron can't play all 5 positions, LeBron can't do it by himself. But he almost did, Bea. In Game 1. Where was Game 1 played?
That's right.
At the Roracle. They're really supposed to lose the first 2 games. You know, I mean, you're supposed to hold court. This is where LeBron's mastery of Game 7s come in. Let's say Cleveland wins the next 2 games. Then let's say Golden State wins Game 5. And let's say Cleveland again wins Game 6. LeBron has never lost a Game 7 in the last 10 years of his career. He is that good. You also keep saying that this team is different from last year's team in the sense that it is even weaker in losing Kyrie. But like Martin said, the Warriors this year are not the Warriors of old. You know, the old Warriors never would have been pushed to a Game 7 by the Rockets. They wouldn't have had to wait for a player to get hurt to win. So this isn't the same team either. So you cannot use that argument either. There you go.
I didn't know you could wait for a player to get hurt.
Okay, here we go. Final
There's
moment.
Kawhi, there's Chris Paul,
Children,
Wait for
Lucky.
those players to
In a
get
way,
hurt.
Carter
There's
Vitos
Mike
getting
Conley.
angry at us.
Okay.
Okay, children,
Yes,
final
yes.
moment before we go on social media. Quick recap, what is your final arguments why you think your team will win it all? Let's start again with Anton and Bea. Final arguments, go ahead guys.
Guys, wag na tayo magbiruan. Alam na natin na lyamado ang Golden State dito sa seryeng ito. 4 current All-Stars, defending champions. This has never happened in the history of the NBA. And Susie, you're a basketball enthusiast, big Jason Kidd fan. Yun lang yung na-research ko sa'yo. Martin Javier, big basketball fan as well. Bea Daez, you are a baller. We all know that in the game of basketball, to win, you have to be sometimes cold-blooded, you have to be an absolute assassin, and you have to be relentless. LeBron James had the dagger that could have altered the NBA Finals in game number 1, but he could not stick it to the hearts of Golden State.
This is so violent and brutal.
Oh my God.
I will be the pacifier
All
and
the
just
stabbing
say
here,
that
man.
for the Golden State Warriors, Anton, they have 4 current All-Star players, and me as a baller, personally, I believe in team play, and that I don't believe that one guy can do it all alone. And eventually, LeBron James will be tired, and it was obvious they had their chance to put the advantage to their side in game 1. Unfortunately, they weren't able to do that. And expectedly in the second game, the Golden State Warriors took advantage of that perfectly. So with the team play of the Golden State Warriors, I think, and I believe, we believe that they will be the NBA Finals.
We believe.
If game
All right.
1... Okay, sorry. Yes, Tito.
Go ahead to the other side. Go ahead.
Okay.
Susie and Martz, what's your final argument?
Let's throw away game 2, you know. But if game 1 taught us anything, it's that this series is still winnable. Before game 1 started, everyone in the world was like, this is impossible. Cleveland will not be able to do this. But now there are doubts planted in everyone's minds because of game 1. Game 1 showed us that this is winnable. Game 1 showed us that the Warriors are beatable.
Yes.
And I still got the King winning this in 7 games.
And TJ, I'll go a different direction here. I think
Go
for
ahead.
Cleveland here, familiarity with their opponent and preparation is key. because, you know, we all understand this wasn't a team that was built and put together in the training camp. This was a mid-season team that was brought to the playoffs and just dragged by LeBron James to the finals. But when you notice all their opponents throughout the playoffs, dalawang series nila, Indiana, Boston, they're unfamiliar opponents to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Nangapa sila doon. Obviously, nahirapan silang kunin, tansyahin yung mga team na yon. The preparation and the trainings weren't clear, weren't specified. But when they faced a familiar foe in the Toronto Raptors, they swept the Raptors, the #1 seed in the East. And now going into the finals, Game 1, Game 2 done. They played close games, relatively. This is a team that they're facing in their 4th straight finals. They know what to do. They anticipate the move of Steve Kerr going into Game 3. And that's why I believe Cleveland will take this in 7 games.
Okay. So yun yung prediction niyo. Clear on that.
Cleveland in 7.
First,
Yeah.
you said you were gonna go in a different direction.
Anton, Bea,
So
what's your prediction?
I thought you were not on the same page with Suzy, pero parehas pa lang nga 7 games. Medyo
Like
confusing.
arguments-wise, magkaiba.
Arguments,
Hey, Anton, what's your prediction? Ilang games?
I have the Warriors in 5. Hindi ko sinasabi na hindi magaling si LeBron. Magaling siya. I acknowledge his greatness. But he's no Michael Jordan. As I said last week, he's no Kobe Bryant. He can win 1 game, but that's it.
He's the king.
Same with Anton. I think the Warriors will win it in 5 because LeBron James will not allow that he'll go winless in the final series, but he won't be able to win it all.
I like it. Acknowledging LeBron's dominance. Right.
But not his
Okay, here we
ability
go.
to win.
All right, guys. Now let's listen to the audience and see what they had to say, whether they agree or disagree with you all. Let's take a look first at some of the comments that came in. First up from Crisanto Sombice. Sabi niya, I think the GS Warriors na naman yan kasi ang ganda ng ball movement nila. Hindi gaya ni Cavs, si LeBron na nagdadala ng bola tapos siya din ang titira. Sabi naman ni
That's what it is.
Sabi ni Huerta Aralak, sigurado na yung GSW sa kanilang referee, walang kwento.
Snap, we didn't even go
Daming foul
there.
kay LBJ, walang tawag, pero laban niyang Cavs namin. Kahit sa kanilang referee, at least malinis ang laban ng Cavs sa score pa lang ni LBJ. And last but not the least,
We played clean.
Joe, I don't know how to pronounce this, ang daming bawal ng iyong name. Joe Wad Kenneth sa Chico. Lutong-luto naman yung ref.
Ayaw magpatalo.
Wait lang, ulitin ko ha. Lutong-luto naman yung ref, in all caps. Anong recipe nila at malilinis pa mag-serve ng luto sina Daddy Green, Bebe Curry, at Bebe Durant ninyo.
Ganda.
Okay. And then,
Oh my God.
okay, we gotta update them on the social media poll that we had running for the last few days, and we asked our fans out there of Rexona and of the Score and of ABS-CBN Sports who they think is gonna win it all. At ang sagot sa poll na yan, 34% voted for Cleveland and 66% voted for the Golden State Warriors. And that is the vote of the fans. Okay, mga kaibigan, thank you for sending in your comments.
Napakalinaw po. Napakalinaw.
Okay, pumilit pa. And please keep
yung
sending
mic
us
ni
your
Anton.
thoughts and
Wala na
opinions.
si TJ.
Mag-closing spiel na ako, guys, dahil lilipot pa ang Cleveland. Okay?
Okay, TJ.
Keep sending us your thoughts and opinions to keep the discussion going on our social media pages using the hashtag #TheScoreByRexona. Thank you once again to Anton, to Bea, to Suzy, and to Martin. It was a blast. Maraming salamat. We'll see you again next week. I'm TJ Manotok. Tune in for another edition of The Set of Debaters, of course, only here on Setting the Score by Rexona. We'll see you again next time. Bye, guys.